Hey, how's it going everybody? Welcome back to another video. So in today's video we are going to be looking at some conspiracy theories, but they are football conspiracy theories. So that means, I'm not sure how this is gonna go, but I found some conspiracy theories in football. And we're just gonna have a look at them, and I think what I'll do is I'm gonna rate each one out of 10 out of like how realistic I think it is. 10 being the most realistic, 0 being no way that happened. But yeah, I think it's gonna be interesting to have a look, see if there's any football conspiracy theories we can have a look at. But yeah, let's get straight into it. So the first one we've got is Ronaldo and the World Cup final in 1998. It's 1998, let's imagine this. The biggest match in football is due to play host to two of the biggest stars on the planet. On the French team is Zinedine Zidane, one of the most elegant playmakers ever to grace the pitch. For Brazil, it's Ronaldo, arguably the greatest striker ever, a global phenomenon, equal to Pele. However, throughout the match, which saw the French triumph 3-0, the two-time Ballon d'Or winner looked a shadow of his usual self. Many theorised at the time the occasion had merely got to him, but there's been long speculation that Ronaldo had suffered a seizure hours before the match and was in no fit state to play. However, Nike stepped in to demand the star played and featured on the biggest stage of all. Wow. And this is because Ronaldo was sponsored by Nike while Adidas sponsored Zidane, so they really wanted him to play. That's very interesting. I've heard about this one, and I think this has some sort. I think they would have wanted him to play, but I'm sure they wouldn't have forced him. Like, he could have easily just said no. I'm sure they said, "Oh, please come on, if you're fit, play." But I'm not sure they said, "Oh, we're gonna rip up your contract if you don't play." But I'll give this a 6 out of 10. I think this is fairly reasonable. The second one we got is Bebe's transfer to Manchester United. There had been long speculation surrounding Portuguese striker Bebe's transfer to Man United in 2010. Almost every aspect of a transfer has something fishy about it. For a relatively high fee for an unknown and largely unproven player, the fact that Sir Alex Ferguson had apparently never seen him in the flesh before forking out $7.4 million for a signature, and his subsequent failure to make any significant inroads at United. Most theories have centred around possible illegim I can't say that word, but payments to agents and representatives. However, there is one that stands out from the rest. As the story goes, Red Devils player Nani had accidentally taken a performance-enhancing drug prior to a doping test while on national duty with Portugal. He was then sent home with a mysterious shoulder injury just hours before he would have been required to take the test. The theory is that Ferguson requested the Portuguese manager to excuse Nani and help disrupt the drug test, something which the Portuguese manager had subsequently been found guilty of and got sacked for, in exchange for a vastly inflated sum for Bebe, in order to give Jorge Mendes and the Portuguese manager both a sizable payoff. We covered this in my football transfers conspiracy theories, and I actually think this is a reasonable one. I think there's no way Alex Ferguson's so good at recruiting. There's no way he would have just done that like that. But yeah, I think this has some weight to it. I'll give it a 5. I'll give it a 5. Although I'm not sure how Nani can accidentally take a performance-enhancing drug. Like, come on. The third one we got is South Korea at the 2002 World Cup. Everybody loves a good run by a host nation in a major tournament, and this was the case for South Korea, a bit of an underdog. They made it all the way to the semi-finals that year. However, 2 matches in the South Koreans' run to the penultimate round have something slightly odd about them. The first knockout round saw them triumph over Italy after extra time. The 90 minutes went by without much incident, and the score was locked at 1-1. But then Francesco Totti was sent off after the ref judged he dived. To make matters worse, Damiano Tomasi then had a goal incorrectly ruled out for offside, which would have seen the Italians through on golden goal. The South Koreans then knocked him out with a golden goal of their own. The referee for the match served multiple suspensions throughout his career and most recently spent time in prison for smuggling heroin. What? However, this was nothing in comparison to South Korea's next game against Spain. Spain should have won in normal time when an own goal was inexplicably ruled out. Once again, controversy surfaced in the golden goal situation, where Spain had another goal chalked off for crossing the byline when it was clearly still in play. One Korean newspaper warned their run was no longer a miracle, which speaks volumes of how they maybe had bribed the refs. To be honest, I think it's really reasonable. It happens all the time. There's always so much bribery going on in football. Refs always get bribed, and it wouldn't surprise me. Or maybe, equally though, you get these bad refs who make wrong decisions. So, but I'll give this a 7. I don't think it's like hugely conspiracy theory. But next up, we got image laundering. This one's less of a conspiracy theory, but more of an interpretation. Many have suggested that several high-profile club owners and sponsors, such as Roman Abramovich, Sheikh Mansour, and Qatar Airways' sponsorship of Barcelona, are ways of regimes with questionable histories to essentially launder their images in the West. For example, Man City chairman has said that Abu Dhabi's ownership of a club is showing the world the true essence of who Abu Dhabi is and what Abu Dhabi is about. However, many have been quick to point out that the state has a string of questionable human rights charges to its name and would presumably much prefer their on-field success taking precedence over their own domestic issues in the eyes of the West. I'm not really sure what's the conspiracy here, but I guess, there's lots of human rights issues in the East, and I'm not really sure what the conspiracy is here, but let's just move on. Russia and Qatar are hosting the 2018 and 2022 World Cups. Ever think about the process which granted the 2018 and 2022 World Cups to Russia and Qatar seems suspicious? The voting process revealed that in both cases, countries were apparently voted for in order to knock more favoured nations out before the votes switched in later rounds. Allegations of bribery are common, with former FIFA vice president alleged to have received $2 million in payments from a firm linked to the successful Qatari bid. FIFA's subsequent internal investigations into possible corruption have been branded completely impotent. I think this is definitely true. I mean, Russia and Qatar have money, but the Qatar World Cup it's really dumb because the conditions are so hot. They have to play it in the winter. It's really, really dumb. And there's always briberies going on, as I said, especially with FIFA. FIFA are really corrupt. So I would give this a 7. I think this could have happened. Next one we got is Barcelona benefited because of UNICEF partnership and UEFA favouritism. Barcelona used to have the UNICEF logo as the main sponsor on its kit as part of the as part of a partnership between the football club. That logo recently changed thanks to another partnership with Qatar Foundation, and now the UNICEF logo is on the back of the shirt. During the time with UNICEF, fans and a certain coach had to believe that Barcelona benefited from this partnership on the field as well as off it. Jose Mourinho said that had his say about the partnership during last year's Champions League, though UNICEF wasn't really bothered by his comments. Mourinho claims that UEFA favours the Catalan club, and so does Zlatan Ibrahimovic, simply because they are sponsored by a charity, and it will make UEFA seem good if Barcelona are seen lifting the trophy with UNICEF on their badge. I don't believe this. I don't really believe this. I mean, I hope it's not true, but I don't think it's believable. I'm gonna put a 4. I doubt it. The last one we've got is Barcelona and Syria. So apparently this one is really weird. But Messi and Iniesta, when they were playing in the 2012 Clasico with Real Madrid, during the game, it was claimed Syrian state television that Messi and friends sent code messages to rebels in the war-torn Middle Eastern country, revealing the best way to smuggle guns into Syria via their pretty passing patterns. On the TV, it says, here we see the first stage where arms are loaded from Lebanon, and completes the graphics with showing a map of Syria and a passing move between Messi, Andres Iniesta and Pedro. This one is really weird. I mean, I highly doubt it. I'm pretty sure they just used it as an example, but if this was true, it'd be absolutely hilarious, because how have they managed to do that and thought of that? But yeah, I really doubt that happened. That was probably a 0. But yeah, but those are some quick conspiracies for you guys. If you want to see more of these, I can do more. Maybe make it into a little series. But if you have enjoyed, please leave a like. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you in another video. Peace.